Special thanks to Patreon supporter Martino14 for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, ZPro here bringing you another Minecraft World War II vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the Panzerjäger I. The Panzerjäger I was the first German Panzerjäger to see service in the Second World War. All mounted the Czech Skoka built 4.7cm KPU VZ38, or the German designation the 47cm or 4.7cm PaK-T anti-tank gun on a converted Panzer I PhasFPS chassis. It was intended to counter French tanks like the Char B1 Bis that were beyond the capabilities of the 3.7cm PaK-36 anti-tank gun and extend the life of the obsolete Panzer I chassis. 202 Panzer Is were converted to Panzerjäger Is in 1940 and 1941 and employed in the Battle of France, in the North African Campaign, and on the Eastern Front. So yeah, the Panzerjäger I here, basically the kind of granddaddy to the German military's concept of tank destroyers. We see kind of the same design philosophies incorporated with the Hetzer, with the Stug, the Jagdtiger, basically any of those tank destroyers that Germany used, with a kind of mounted gun that was mounted in the hull mounted, and relied on the whole vehicle swiveling to actually move it. So overall, pretty nice little vehicle here, and gonna make an awesome addition to any of your early war scenarios as a very simple little tank destroyer. But before we go and take a look at the vehicle, I want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Martino14 for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, where you guys already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is in the video description, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, earn a vehicle request to your choosing, depending on which tier you sub to. Really helps support the work I do on my channel, is obviously greatly appreciated. So again, if you are interested, feel free to check it out. Links are always in my video descriptions. With that, however, let's go ahead and jump into taking a look here at the vehicle. So to go ahead and get started with here, we have basically the front here, very reminiscent to my Panzer I that I did tutorial on not too long ago, so they both kind of go hand in hand together. Got various little details, headlights here. Then we have the chassis, which is the same as the other one. A few little additions here, with a little kind of basket here in the back for, I imagine, probably ammunition, but went ahead and had to use that for making it the best I could. A little crate here on the side for some storage. The radio antenna is also moved to the side here to give it room for the kind of gun position here. And inside here you can see we have a very rudimentary interior, just a little place here for basically the gunner and the commander, I believe, to fit in this space, and then the tank driver would be located down there. Obviously very small space, and not really much we can do for interior, unfortunately, just due to the size limitations, but I think it looks alright for what we have. The back exhaust there, or muffler and all that stuff for the back of the tank, and that's really about it for it. Pretty straightforward build, shouldn't be anything too complicated, and with that, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layers. Alright guys, going ahead and move into our first layer here. We'll be going ahead and start off with layer 0 for 1. For these layers to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to start by placing down an air brick slab like so. And we want to go then place down an air brick top slab coming off of that. After we have that done, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks in the ground, just like this. We then want to go ahead and grab our grindstones, and we're going to be going ahead and placing down a row of grindstones that's going to be going across here. Now we want to go ahead and build a row of 5 blocks above it, so we can put the grindstones on the bottom. If you're on console, or basically bedrock version I should say, I don't believe you can actually do this feature. If that's the case, you can go ahead and put the grindstones down across like this. However, the way we're going to do this is obviously the preferred way. By this, we're going to go ahead and drop down here and just place down a row of grindstones across the bottom here, just like that. And you can see here, it's a pretty straightforward little design there, and creates the wheels like that on the bottom there. Once we have that all done there, we're going to then place down a stone brick top slab here on the very end, and a dark oak with trapdoor coming off that slab, closed like so. We can then delete these stone blocks that are above those grindstones, and we get a design that looks like this here on the side. Once we have this done, we're going to place down item frames on each one of these grindstones, and in those item frames we're going to place down stone blocks. If you are on Java Edition, we can go and then take our dark oak signs and place them down on the sides here of the grindstones as well. Again, this is only it's actually going to be the last 3. So only the last 3 grindstones are going to have the dark oak signs on the side there. If you are on Bedrock, this is a feature you cannot do. This is a Java only feature. If that's the case, just go ahead and place down the item frames over the signs. Once we have that done, we're going to then take our stone top slabs, and we're going to place down a row of 2 coming off this nether brick tops, or nether brick slab like that. And going to the back here, we're going to place down a stone top slab coming off this grindstone, and one more to the side here. And we just want to fill in the space here in between basically those 2 rows there, like that, completely solid. We then want to go ahead and place down a row on this side here, and basically copy the same thing we did on the air side just over here to this side. So I'm going to go ahead and do this a little bit faster as I kind of cover the air side in pretty good detail, I think. So just to kind of speed up the tutorial and all that stuff, I'm going to go and do this quickly. Again, you can refer to the air side because it's basically the same on both sides, or you can slow the video down, or you know, whatever works best for you guys for this. But pretty straightforward stuff here, nothing too complicated. And then our item frames here along the sides here of those grindstones and stone blocks in those item frames, followed by dark oak signs here on the sides of the grindstones, going all the way down the side here, like so. And after we have that all done there, the last thing we need to do here is to take some skeleton skulls, place down a skull here on both sides, come off those stone brick slabs toward the center there, like that. And with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have there for our first layers. Layer 0 for 1, here's what it looks like from up above. And with that, that is going to complete that layer. Let's move on to layer number 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a narrow brick stair on top of these narrow brick top slabs here to both sides like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a row of 2 stone blocks across the center here, and then a light gray shulker box to both ends. We then want to go ahead and also grab our andesite walls and place down a row of 2 across the front here of our andesite walls. Going ahead and go into the sides here, we're going to go ahead and grab an item frame, and we also want to go ahead and grab ourselves a cobweb. We're going to go ahead and place down a item frame on the side of this box here, and then a cobweb in the item frame, same thing over here, like so. And we then want to go ahead and grab a stone button, and we're going to place down a stone button here on the sides or the tops here of the shulker boxes. Again, this is a feature you can only do if you're on Java with the stone button and the item frame in the same block space. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to then take our stone blocks, row 2 across, followed by a second row of 2. And we're just going to go ahead and kind of fill this all the way in until we get to the back here in between the stone brick slabs. So right across the top there of those skeleton skulls like that, filling that space in the center there. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3 narrow brick top slabs across the side here, and then 2 narrow brick slabs, and then a stone brick slab. Same thing over here on this side as well. So just like this. After that's done, we're going to then place down a row of 1, 2, 3 item frames here on the sides here, stone blocks in those item frames. And we then want to go ahead and place down a row of dark oak signs across those slabs like that. And then over here on this side, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. So just like that. And again, be mindful of what version of Minecraft you're on and what features you're able to do and not do. So again, the same thing with the stands and the item frames there like that. Anyways, after that, on the back here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a stone stair, come off these stone brick slabs. So like this to both sides here. And in the middle space here, like we did for the front, we're going to place down a row of 2 of andesite walls, like that. We then want to place down a acacia wood top slab, coming off this block here, and an acacia wood sign on the side. We're going to follow it up by placing down a stone or skeleton skull here on the side of this block, and we're going to then place down a wither skeleton skull on the side of the slab here, like that to the right side, like so. And with that all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 2. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into our next layer. Layer number 3. Before we go ahead and move on to layer 3, I want to go ahead and make some quick adjustments to layer 2. So since the outside of, or basically the interior of the tank will be visible from the outside, I do want to include a little bit of that to show you guys. So there's at least something going on, and obviously you can modify it to your liking. However, to make these changes, we're going to go ahead and go to this stone block right here, and we're going to go and swap this out for a stone slab. After that, we're going to then take stone stairs, we're going to place down a stone stair here, and basically kind of break the blocks around it, kind of forming a kind of circle type shape like that. And right there will kind of create the little basically area that the crew or the gun crew will sit on. And actually, to kind of change this, we're going to have this positioned like this, so it should look like that. And right there is how it should look like from the top down view. You have the 2 corner stairs here, 2 regular stairs, and then the slab right there. So just make sure you take that into account when you're building it there. We'll create a nice little interior there for the vehicle and make it look a little bit less plain from the outside. Anyways, with that, that's going to do it for layer 2. Let's move on to layer number 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of iron trapdoors across here. Item frame coming off this iron trapdoor, and in that item frame, a snowball. And then a light gray carpet coming off the iron trapdoor. We then want to go and go to the other side of it. So over here, we're going to be placing down an anvil on top of this light gray shulker box, and then a light gray carpet coming off of it, item frame, and then a snowball like that in the item frame. We then want to go ahead and grab a wither skeleton skull And over here on the right side, we're going to place down a Wither Skeleton Skull here. Underneath that Wither Skeleton Skull, we're going to place down an item frame. And then in that item frame, we're going to place down a white, or a light gray stained glass pane, like so. Now, this is only a feature you'll be able to do on Java as well. So if you're on Bedrock, you're just going to have to leave that space empty. After we have this done, we're going to then take our stone slabs. We're going to place down a row of 2 stone slabs across this space here. And we're going to then place down a skeleton skull here at about a 45-degree angle, like that, in the corner. We then want to place down a stone stair to both sides like so. An item frame coming off the side of the stair. In that item frame, we're going to place down a black concrete block. Same thing over here. And we then just want to place down a dark oak sign on the face there of the stair, like so. And after we have that done, we then want to place down a stone block here, and then an iron trap door between the stone block and the stone stair. So just like that, for the little driver's viewport. Continuing on, we're going to then place down a smooth stone block, or smooth stone slab to both sides here, slab block, and then we're going to place down a tripwire hook coming off both sides of those blocks. We're going to then place down our stone stair to both sides like so, and then over here to the left side, we're going to have a skeleton skull coming off that stair like so, and that's going to be on the left side and the left side only. When we get to this point here, over here on the right side, going back from that stone stair, to place down 2 iron trapdoors. And then we're going to go and then take light gray shulker boxes. Over here on the left side, we're going to place down 2 light gray shulker boxes, followed by 2 stone buttons, like that on the side. And once we have that done, we're going to then grab ourselves some of the dried kelp blocks. We're going to place down a row of 2 here, and we're going to place down 2 stone buttons on top. And then in this section here, we want to go ahead and then place down 2 stone slabs here. And on the back here, we're going to place down 2 daylight detectors, like this on those 2 walls. We're going to turn these to the night mode. And after that, the last thing we need to do here is to go ahead and take a stone brick wall, and we're just going to place it down here in the corner, just like that. And once you have that all done there, that is going to complete what we have here for layer number 3 for the build. Here's what it looks like from up above. And with that, we're going to move into our last final layers. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our final layers here. We have layers 4 through 7. For these layers to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down 2 stone blocks on top of these 2 right here. And we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some barrier blocks. We're going to go and place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 barrier blocks across right here. And we want to go and then place down a row of 3 dark oak signs on this side here of the barrier blocks like that, so you have a centered gun. We then also, if we are on Java, place down an item frame here, and then a black concrete block right here right next to it. We're going to then place down a inset wall here to both sides of those stone blocks. And then after that, we're going to go then place down a stone block going back from those walls, like so. We then want to go and place down an inset wall here to both sides like that. And we then want to go ahead and go to our little skeleton skull here. To the side, we're going to place down 2 chains up, and then 2 iron bars up, just like that. After that's done, we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves some stone slabs and some skeleton skulls. We're going to place down a stone slab here, 2 stone slabs, 1 slab here, skeleton skull here on top of those walls, and then a skeleton skull here at about a 45-degree angle there in the corners. After that, we want to go and grab a anvil, dark oak fence gate, wither skeleton skull, iron trapdoor, stone brick stair here, and then a tripwire hook. We're going to place down a anvil on top of the stone brick wall here, a stone brick stair which will be facing this direction here, coming off the anvil. So just like this. And then after that, we want to go ahead and place down a tripwire hook here on the back of the stair, followed by an iron trapdoor on top of the stone brick stair, and then to the side here a dark oak fence gate, like so. Actually, sorry, it's going to be turned like this and opened up toward the fence gate. And we then want to place down a wither skeleton skull on top of that fence gate like so. And then after that's all done there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have here for my design here for the Panzerjäger I. And with that, that's going to complete this design. Anyways, if you guys are using this build, I do ask you guys give me proper credit for it. This will be thank from a solid build, link to my channel or this video with this does or plenty social media sites. As always, you guys give me proper credit for the build, your free user for projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. Other than that, though, again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Martino14 for making this tutorial possible. And as always, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions. With that, though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.